How do DPI and PPI impact your digital art canvas? Imagine trying to print a masterpiece and it looks blurry or pixelated. That's where understanding DPI and PPI really makes a difference. These two terms are often confused but play different roles in digital art. When you work on a digital canvas, PPI or pixels per inch is what determines how detailed your image appears on your screen. The higher the PPI, the more pixels you pack into each inch, making your artwork look sharper and more refined. For digital artists, setting your canvas to around 300 PPI is common because it balances detail and file size, especially if you plan to print your work. If you're just creating images for the web, 72 PPI is usually enough because screens display images at that resolution. Now, DPI, or dots per inch, is mainly a printing term. It measures how many ink dots a printer applies per inch on paper or canvas. A higher DPI means more dots and a finer print. But remember, DPI doesn't change your digital image. It only affects how it looks when printed. If you're preparing your artwork for printing, knowing the right DPI helps ensure your final print looks crisp. For canvas prints, a DPI of about 150 is often enough because the fabric's texture softens the image. When you set up your digital canvas, the physical size in inches or centimeters combined with your PPI setting determines the total pixel dimensions. For example, a 10-inch by 15-inch canvas at 300 PPI results in a 3000 by 4500 pixel image. If you lower the PPI, your pixel dimensions decrease, which reduces detail and print quality. Conversely, if you set your canvas size in pixels without considering PPI, it simplifies the process, especially for digital display. For artists, using higher PPI when creating detailed work for printing is a smart move. For digital-only projects, 72 PPI works fine. When preparing for prints, a DPI of around 150 is usually enough because the texture of the canvas or paper softens the image. Remember, increasing DPI alone doesn't make your file bigger. It's the pixel dimensions that matter. So, understanding how DPI and PPI work helps you create images that look sharp whether they're viewed on a screen or printed on paper. It's all about choosing the right settings for your project and knowing how they influence your artwork's final appearance.